Well, well, well. What have I gotten myself into? Happy Saturday, everybody. Very nice to see you. It is the, let's see, third to last, I believe, Bravo Tour leg today. We're going to do the long one. This is the one everybody's been looking forward to, the one out to Honolulu. And yeah, we're going from St. Louis out to Honolulu, which is about 8+ hours in my next fastest airplane, which is the 747. So my community, who are a bunch of jerks, they voted for me to try to do it in the SR-71, which I got to give them credit for. It's going to be more entertaining, if not a lot faster. So we're going to see how it goes. The good news is I did do a successful test flight yesterday on this bad boy. The bad news is it's only the second successful flight, like point A to point B, takeoff and land, in about 13 attempts. So the probability of me pulling this off is not great. And if we have a problem somewhere along the way, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but we'll figure something out. So I'll share with you the flight plan as we get going. I have a very simplified version of the flight plan here. It just has a couple of VORs. Hello, Mr. Sanante. Good to see you, sir. Just a couple of waypoints along the route, and I kind of have some specific reasons for the waypoints. So I'll share those with you as we get to them. But it's only about 4 waypoints, and so we're trying to keep it really simple if we're able to. So actually, let me get rid of this for now. All right, let's see. Dry conditions for the anti-skid. A little bit of heat, it's chilly out. Warm everything up just a bit. And all right, we're out of here on runway 30. So let's set a general westbound, southwestboundish course. We'll have to see exactly where that is here in a moment. Altimeter on the ground here at Lambert. Pretty nice day, honestly. 10 statute miles. It's windy, but luckily right down the pike here, 320 at 15, gusting 23. It's -2 for the temperature, 3003. And I will undoubtedly forget to reset this when we get up to 18,000, but it doesn't honestly matter, and I will tell you why here again as we are going. We've got a long flight, and so I'm going to not do as much upfront stuff as normal. I need to be out of here on a 282, so that's kind of what I'm shooting for. So runway heading, and then we'll make a little bit of a left-hand turn to get ourselves going. All right, cool. Now I can go ahead and get this in. So the flight plan, let's see here. It is St. Louis to Honolulu. And if anyone from V Skylabs is working or is watching or comes across this video later on, please find a way to get rid of this and use some sort of more authentic INS, or I don't know. Let me track a radial. I'm sorry, a VOR or a TACAN or something. This is really the only part of this aircraft that I don't particularly like. So we're Aspen 816, and but again, I also know this is a work in progress. So, and they've made some nice improvements. And they've added some things like this is an addition that wasn't there, obviously, right? But they've also added a few other things that weren't there that I do actually appreciate, like the ability to hold a heading. That's a huge one. So anyway, so we are going to be, the first waypoint is Kansas City. That's the first VOR we're going to be heading towards. And Kansas City is important because that's where we want to have our first refueling done. Then we're going to go to, this is Colorado Springs. And that's just kind of an in-between waypoint, nothing significant there. But I thought, if we had trouble, we could land there. And then Vandenberg Air Force Base is the last one that we'll hit before we get Oceanic. And Vandenberg is roughly where we're going to do our second refueling. I actually hope that we will be a lot farther out over sea before we have to refuel. So that's kind of where we're at there. Okay, so we've got that in. That looks good. And now it's time to party. Here we go.
Engine 1, engage Buicks.
Here comes the RPMs. We'll wait for about 15 on the RPMs.
Engine 2, engage Buicks.
Okay, we're started there. Fuel is added. And engine 2 starts automatically. So again, I don't know a ton about this aircraft, but the start sequence is pretty simple. They did it basically. You just kind of told the guy outside time to go, and they fired up those big Buicks outside and got everything going, and you were ready to rock and roll. All right, so yeah, so 40,000 pounds. That's the magic number. So that's when we get below that, we need to refuel, and so that's what we're going to be watching as we rock and roll out of here. So, all right, position taxi lights are on, tail lights on. I'll hold off to put the landing light on. We will put the refrigeration on as well. We need to do the surface limiter out here, and the everything else is good to go. We'll put the stability augmentation system on, and on. And we will secure the canopy, the chunk. And I think we're about ready to go. It's a pretty simple aircraft to get going, honestly. So taxi brief is simply this: we're on the ground at St. Louis, and we're heading out of the we're over in the kind of the military side of things here. And
Fixie.
well, hello, good fixins. Nice to see you, sir. And we're gonna be just kind of coming out of here on Lima. We're gonna cross 30 right on Lima. We're gonna go down to Echo, and holding point is Gulf, and then we're out of here. And it's just like a big Cessna Skyhawk. That's all. Just keep telling yourself that, right? Just keep telling yourself that. I am not on VATSIM. I went back and forth on whether we wanted to do it on VATSIM. Ultimately, I decided against it, primarily because I don't know how to, well, there's a lot of reasons. I want to go fast, and you can't exceed Mach 1 while you're over the ground. So that's one reason. Yeah. Brett will talk about that also. But that's one reason, is I want to go Mach 3 for this flight. I want to see how fast we can get there. So that's a big reason. But the other reason is that there's no real way to connect to, I mean, you can connect to XPilot, but there's no code for this. If you put SR71 in, it doesn't know what you're talking about. And so it's like, I don't know. And then I don't know where you'd put your transponder code in this thing. So 3 strikes and you're out. We're just going to fly it and have fun. Lambert traffic, Blackbird, Aspen 816, SR71 Blackbird. We're crossing 30 right on Lima. Lambert traffic. All right, we're clear. Obviously, we got nobody else here, but we're just kind of doing habit things. So yeah, what Good Fixins is talking about is you had a little minor hand surgery yesterday. I'm happy to report that it's feeling actually not too bad. It's a little tender, but I was told, whoa, hello. I was told by the nurse that I for sure should be trying to use it, exercise it, just nothing major, no snow blowing or anything like that, which is too bad because we actually just got a storm last night. So, and I kind of like to do that, but anyway, so it's doing okay. It's doing okay. I've got some medicine I got to take here in about 2 hours, and then that should hold me over. But it's my throttle hand, which is a kind of an important part of this. But it really is going to emphasize my need to. I'm going to really have to do a good job of trimming the aircraft out. It's a fun plane to hand fly, but I'm going to just try to really trim it out. I'm going to use what little automation we have, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yep, I know it. That's my wife this morning when I was trying to mooch her into doing something. I don't remember what it was, but she's like, I'm pretty sure if you're going to stream, your hand is feeling fine. So she is out. Actually, she's running the snowblower as we speak, and she's out there. She loves it too. So, but it's been good. It's a good team effort. All right. So we are here. Takeoff checklist. Really, all I have left here to do is get the landing lights out. I'm going to go ahead and put the pitot heat on as well. And I'll do a little windshield de-ice just in case we get something on our way up. So the idea here, hey, GC Impreza, what's up? Good to see you. Excuse me, I can't talk. So the other exercise I'm doing is opening up this twist water bottle. So little things like that. But see, look how good I'm doing. I hope that the whole recovery process is quick and fast like last night. I actually slept halfway decent and the whole works. All right, we're going to get lined up and get going here. Lambert traffic, Aspen 816 lining up 30 left. Lambert. You get to go shopping for a new vacuum cleaner. We love our Shark. We got a Shark couple Christmases ago, and we love it. In fact, we got it. We love it so much that we bought a Shark. It's called a Stick. It's like a mini version of it, but it's a plug-in electric rechargeable, super lightweight, and we actually use it for most of our stuff now. But I don't know if you've got Shark dealers down there, but we had a Dyson for a while, and that thing just kept wearing out. It didn't have a very long lifespan. All right, I'm looking for minimum burners to 100. Then we go full afterburners. We're going to rotate to 210. I'm going to pitch for 350, bring it back to full military. I'm going to pitch to 300, bring it back to full mil power, then pitch for 350, and that's what we're going to climb up to and get on course to our first refueling stop somewhere over Kansas City. All right, any questions? Everybody ready? Here we go. Lambert traffic, Aspen 816, departing 30 left. Lambert. Oh boy. You got to turn the nose wheel steering off and just use rudder authority. There's 100. Full mil power, actually 150. There's 210. There's rotate. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Pitch for 3. There's 3. Coming back, full military power. And we're going to just try to hold 350 as we get the heck out of Dodge. I need to make a bit of a left-hand turn, heading 282, and you're going to see a lot of this view here today. This is kind of the critical view, so I apologize. We will not be looking outside a whole lot in a few of these phases of flights, and yeah, because I like the digital readout there is much more accurate than the analog readout. So you can see we're a little quick here, so just kind of pitching for 350, and I just got a little slow. All right, there we go. That's a little better. And we're through 10,000, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get the landing lights off. And I do believe they retract a little bit, so it should help us with our aerodynamics. But you can see just how fast the plane can get squirrely, can get off level. Okay, we're slowing down a little bit, so let me drop the nose. Let's get the airspeed back up. We don't have to be in a hurry to do any of this stuff, guys. The only thing we have to be careful of is if we get going too fast, we'll over G and the airplane will break apart, and that's bad. There's 15,000. We're getting a little quick here, so I'm just trying to nudge the trim. It doesn't trim great at low altitudes and low speeds, honestly, but when you get up above 50,000 feet and above Mach 2.5, like that's when everything, all the trim surfaces really work well. There we go. Speed's coming back down. There's we're through 180. We're going to go there. 29902. There we go. Speed's coming back. Somewhere in there would be great. And the goal is to get it trimmed, obviously, to a point where you can just kind of keep your yoke. It's just like any other airplane. Keep your yoke centered and just make little small movements. All right, coming up on 28,000 feet. That's where we're going to refuel. We're not exactly on course, but that's not a huge deal. I'm going to make a slight course adjustment here. We're a little quick, but we will be all right. Okay. There we go. I'm going to try to get up around between 37 and 38 and just level out. Bring the speed back between 350, 300. Okay, I'm throttle back a little bit here. Throttle back. Nose down. Let's see if we can get halfway stable. Okay, pitch up just a bit. Okay, that's not horrible. It's not horrible. We're going to come down here. We're going to engage the autopilot and heading mode. All right, and all right, we're not terrible here. We're climbing a little bit though, so let me pitch down just a click, and we should be good. Ooh, we're actually not bad. As we take on fuel, obviously we'll get heavier and the vertical speed will start to nose down, but we're in the ballpark here. Like we've got this range basically between, what I've found is kind of between 270 and 290, and then the speed needs to stay between 300 and 350. So I'm going to put a little bit of speed back into it here. I'm going to just give it one notch of pitch trim back up. And did we lose we might have lost, no, we still got our guy. All right. Come on, baby. Why are we not taking on fuel? What's up? I'm not sure why we're not taking on. There we go. Usually it goes pretty quick. There we go. All right. Goes pretty quick till the very end, and then after you get up close to 80,000 pounds, that's when it kind of slows down. All right. All right. All right. You got to give the dog a bath as well. Oh, good Lord. I hope it goes well. Can't do that for too long because I get a little nervous about, you know, crashing. 77, that's looking good. Let's give it a bump here on the pitch trim. Just the tiniest bit of throttle. There, we're going to get above 80, and it's going to max out at 80,000, like 200 or something like that. And then we'll be ready to attempt our first Mach climb, which is worth the price of admission, if nothing else. You can see we're a little off course, but make that correction. Okay, we're getting close, we're getting close. 79,000 and a half. We're pretty well trimmed out, which is beautiful. I did a terrible job of trimming it on, so I did this flight yesterday just while I was trying to recover it, and I paused a lot because I was sleeping and all that stuff, eating, but I did a terrible job of trimming it while I was over land, but I got it trimmed out almost perfect when I got out over the open ocean, and it was so cool. It was basically Mach 3 all the way from California to Honolulu. It was so awesome. It was so much fun. I even popped in at the end on BatSim and just vectored myself in with all the traffic, all the A380s and stuff. It was kind of fun. Close. I think we get to 200. 80.2 I think is about all we can get. Yep, that's it. All right, we're done with you. Thank you, sir. And we are done with you, autopilot. So now, here we go. Let's this is the part that scares me. So we're going to go to low burn, and we're going to let this thing climb no more than Mach 0.9. So again, forgive me here as I kind of come inside, and as we climb, I'm going to try to get back on track here. There's Mach 0.9, so let's pitch up. We want to climb up to about 33,000. And then we're going to nose over. We're going to go full afterburner, and we're going to try to get ourselves past Mach 1.25. And at that point, we'll just climb until we hit Mach 3. Okay, update the heading bug here for when I need it later. Speed looks good. We're going to nose over again here. I think anytime now. Nose over. We're looking for 450 on the speed. Try to blast through. Like I say, try to blast through Mach 1.25 as quickly as we can. I got a little cricket there. All right, that looks good. There's Mach 1. We're supersonic. We don't have to go crazy with our descent here. All right, we're kind of back on track. There we go. Looks good. We're going to try to get to 450, and that's the airspeed we're going to try to hold as we climb up and try to get to Mach 3. It's looking pretty good. We don't want to go any lower than 29,000 feet if we can help it. 1.24, 1.25. There's 450. Awesome. Let's just start a nice, easy climb. And we'll keep an eye on the EAS, because if we get above 470, she gets grouchy. We're getting a little close to that right now. There we go. Got to go. All right, Fixie man. Yeah, stop by later on. Exclamation point Sled if you want to be in the drawing. It's this is the giveaway stream for January, by the way. Anybody who's watching, and you got to be present to win. You got to be a follower to enter the drawing. But 25 bucks at the end when we get down on the ground at Honolulu. So I'd love to have you have a chance to win.
I like that guy.
Hi, Mike. How are you? You're in there, M. Stein. Okay. Come on, baby. Trimmy, trimmy. Again, the higher we go, the faster we go. The, whoa, boy. Pitched, rolled way to the right there. The higher and faster we go, the easier this thing becomes to fly. It's really kind of cool. All right, we're doing a halfway decent job of 450 knots and kind of back on course-ish now. Did we start? Did somebody get a start time? We got to get a start time here. How close were we to 10 o'clock? Were we about 10:15 or so? I'm going to say 10:15. Ooh, I don't want to descend. Don't want to descend. There we go. There's yeah, don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, getting close to over G. 470. That's a bad neighborhood. Thank you. We're just about to get the warning beeps. That'll be a regular occurrence, by the way, today. Betty is quite often not happy with me as I'm in the sled here, but doing all right. There's coming up on 40,000 Mach 1.6, and it takes a while. It's a 15-minute deal or so, maybe 20 minutes to get all the way up to where we want to be here, Mach 3. And if we do it right, we'll be 450 when we get to Mach 2.5, and then we'll just start to trade off our EAS for Mach, and then if we really do it right, we'll hit Mach 3 right about 70,000 feet. So that's when you know you're kind of in the sweet spot. What's the giveaway? Just 25 bucks. At the end of the stream, $25. I usually just do a PayPal deal. Sometimes I do a gift card, but more recently it's just been easier just to PayPal people. But yeah, we do one every month here. If you're a follower, you enter the giveaway, you get a ticket. If you're a subscriber, you get 2 tickets for the giveaway. Easy. So you kind of double your chances, but give it away at the end here. Hopefully in about 3.5 hours, we'll be safely on the ground in Honolulu with a Mai Tai or whatever they drink down there. Some pineapple, some grilled pineapple. She's a little twitchy on the pitch right now. Kind of in that weird spot where I find it's a little hard to trim it. Just a little bit overzealous when I give it a nudge of up trim here, so holding course pretty well. And coming up on Mach 2, guys. Mach 2, just about. It still seems really cool. Even it's just a sim, I know, but going Mach 2. There it is, Mach 2, twice the speed of sound. We're looking good through 50,000. And once we get up to cruise, I'll be able to get you more of an outside view, you guys. So, but thank you very much for your patience here. I'm also, I know, not very interactive with chat because if I look away for a minute, this thing tries to kill me. So we're trying to hold 250. For those of you just joining, we're trying to hold 250 on the speed. We're gonna hold that until we get to a Mach 2.6, and then we're gonna start to reduce the EAS in order to get ourselves up, hopefully, to Mach 3. Generally heading toward Kansas City, although I think we may be past it already. I don't know. We're getting close here. Everything's looking pretty good. There's coming up on Mach 2.3, 55,000. And I may sound like I'm being quite redundant, but I'm just trying to remind myself of all these numbers that are so important. Because even if I look over to my little cheat sheet, I like, next thing I know, I'm banking 30 degrees and doing 480 knots. That's not good. I have torn this airplane apart so many times in this phase of flight. It just makes me nervous as all get out. All right, coming up on 2.5. Doing good. There's 2.5. All right, so at 2.6, I'm just going to gradually pitch up, and you'll see the EAS, the knots going down as we approach Mach 3. It's supposed to be a 10 knot trade-off for each tenth of a Mach number. So there we go. So we should be we'll pitch up and we'll get to 440 at 2.7. 440 will just level out a little bit here to let the Mach catch up. Okay, there's 2.7, roughly 440. Yeah, we're a little fast, but that's okay. Okay, pitch up again, just a bit. I think the good pilots were able to do this without kind of the step climb deal. Like they were able to just find the angle of attack that would allow them to trade off as they went up without having to do the level off thing like I'm doing. But there's 2.8 at 430. That's just about right. We're going to hold this sort of angle of attack right here. I will take this thing, yeah, we're getting off track again. It's the only bad part. There's 2.9. I'm going to try to take this thing to about Mach 3.2 for this initial climb. And then I'm going to try to see if I can, how close I can get to trimming it out at Mach 3.2. Almost Mach 3, guys. Almost Mach 3. Never gets old. 3 times the speed of sound. As we're turning on course. There it is, Mach 3. Sweet. All right, and we actually got there a little early. So we're just going to I'm just going to just keep it right here and just try to hold it fairly steady. Get to 70-ish thousand, I think I'll pull it off. I'm going to keep it going till Mach 3.2. There's a bit of a limit on how long you can leave it on full afterburners, so I don't want to mess with that. But I feel like we're doing pretty good here. There's 3.1. There's 71,000. 3.2. We'll we'll come off at either 3.2 or 400 knots. That'll be our spot. Whichever one comes first. Yo, turning. Don't mean to be. All right, almost there. Looks like 3.2 is going to be our boy. Update the heading bug, and all right, that'll work. So let's come down here. Actually, first of all, let's come off of the burner. Full mil power. We're going to come down here. We're going to re-engage the autopilot. And now it's just our chance to try to get this thing trimmed out as best we can, if we can, to try to hold Mach 3 as long as we can. And it's not that, like, going fast is cool, right? Like, that's part of it. But the whole idea of keeping the Mach number up is that you don't have to keep going into your afterburners and using fuel. You're a little more fuel efficient. As you can see, we'll kind of play this game all day, where we get up to about 3.2, then the plane wants to pitch up a little bit, and so then we kind of slow down a little bit. There is a Mach hold down here, but I'll be honest with you, I have not used it because I don't think it works all that well. Ground speed check. Yeah, we're doing what? What are we doing right now, you guys? I don't even know. A lot. we're 400 knots at 72,000 feet. So let me give you one of these. About this. Shift 2, you got it, buddy. This is Shift 1 is the slow one, right? The slow one looks like the regular fast flyby. It's kind of cool, man. And you can see we're descendo, right? We're going down, which is okay. Again, it's part of what we do. All right, let's jump back in. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, so you can see, like, nose is coming down a bit, and so, you know, whatever. We're going to be about Mach 2.9, and so what I don't know if this is, you know, the method, but I'm going to go back to low burner, and I'm going to get the speed back up again. I'm going to head back up to about Mach 3.2, and then I'm going to try to trim it out again, and it'll be a little lighter, so it'll trim differently, and if nothing else, I feel like that at least keeps me occupied for the 3+ hours of flying that we do. We also need to do a little bit of a position check, so let me do that. Let's see, where did we end up? Where are we right now? Yeah, so we're well past Kansas City now. We're middle of Nebraska, heading towards, this is Colorado Springs. So, yeah, just for a little reference there. And I'm putting us, I'm saying 10:15 was our departure time. I think that's pretty close, don't you think? The stream's been going for about 44 minutes. I didn't yammer on like my usual self. All right, but here we go. So now we're not climbing. We're just about right. If I could somehow hold that, but again, it's an art, and I'm not very good at it. So we have 12 shots of TEB, which is the fuel we need, the liquid we need to go into afterburner. So we have to be mindful of that also. So we started with 14. So I want to make sure that we have at least 7 of those as we get to the ocean, so that if we want to keep, you know, rocking and rolling, getting up to Mach 3, we can. All right, so let's see here. Let me do this as well. So let me zoom out a bit here, and I'm going to heading bug over just a smidge. There is supposed to be a nav function on this, and again, I I don't know. Like, this is supposed to follow your track, and I don't know how it works. I haven't been able to get it to work, so I'm just happy that the heading bug works, and I can trim it and take my hands off for a little bit, because hand flying this thing like they really truly did back in the day for 3 hours would absolutely wipe me out. Let's see. Twitchy on Twitch. JPC. Welcome in. Who else did I miss here? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I'm Stein. I said hello to Fixie. He's going. Fixie's doing dad stuff. He's going shopping for a vacuum. Anybody else that got here? I know GC Impreza's here, and M Stein. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome. This is us. Ready? Don't blink. Right over the middle of Nebraska right now on our way to Denver. Unfortunately, a little cloud cover here, so I can't show you a whole lot, but it is really cool to see the world from this high. I don't know if it's this plane or what, but this gives me a weird kind of cloud thing here. It might be my settings as well, but so you'll have to excuse me for that. Okay, 320 is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to try to trim, and we'll just kind of live in this world for the next 3 hours or so. Okay. And we're always checking our EGTs just to make sure we're good. So I'm going to roll it forward one click to see if I can get it leveled out. Once we get close to it, kind of goes down below. I'll roll it back again, and yeah, like I say, it's just funny because the CG changes as you burn fuel, and it kind of makes it fun to, you know, like you just have to be continually tweaking it. And again, it's my attempt to try to not blow the airplane up. It probably is not even close to any real-world procedure, so, but it sure is fun. All right, that's actually not bad, and we can. So if we get to here, we can kind of hold our Mach 3 for a bit longer, which is kind of fun. Okay, I love it. Time for a drink. Here we go. Therapy time. See, lifting up, lifting, good, doing good. Twisting, yeah, baby. There we go. There's the PT right there. So what I found interesting on my test flight, like I've never done one where I've had to do the refueling process twice. So that's actually quite a deal as well, because when you're at 70,000 feet plus, like the stall speed of this airplane is like right around 350 knots. Like it starts getting wobbly and loose at about 350. So we don't ever want to, like when I descend, I had to make sure I was staying as close to 400 as I could. So that was a little bit different. And then I also didn't realize how much fuel it took to actually get from 70,000 feet back down to 28,000 feet. So I kind of pushed it a little bit. Like I waited until I had 30,000 pounds to start my descent. I think I'm going to start my descent at 40 today. I mean, I made it okay, but it was a little sketch there at the end. All right, so here we are again, Mach 2.96. And we can't be doing less than Mach 3, so let's low burner. You can go full afterburner here too if you want, but again, it just burns more fuel and just not as efficient. Low burner, like, it does the job. Yeah, baby. Oh, my dog said hello, by the way. Hopefully the shoveling, the snow blowing went well. I don't know if you guys watch Nate Bargatze at all, but he has a skit where his wife goes out and mows the lawn because she likes mowing the lawn. And he's like, I'm okay with you doing that, but you must go to every one of my neighbors, or every one of our neighbors, and explain that you are choosing to do this. I'm not either forcing you to do this or too lazy to do this. So I told my wife the same thing. I'm like, you've got to go tell my neighbors that you're doing this by choice, or you're doing this to help me out. So the EAS is right here. This is our knots and estimated airspeed. And so we want to keep that like no more than 470. 470 is kind of the max until the plane starts to break apart. And then again, at this altitude, if I was down below 350, I would actually be getting close to stall speed. So that's, you keep a close eye on that, and that's why this is my view of choice when I'm in the descent and climb phase. So I just got to keep this level, right? I'm trying to somewhat keep on course here, checking my vertical speed, but I'm really looking at this here to make sure. And you can see kind of here it says 75,000 feet. Looks like my max would be 500, but it really gets, yeah, 470 is when all the little lights start twinkling, Clark. Hey, Feedy, what's up, my friend? Hello. You up for a little sled ride? It snowed here, so I thought, yeah, this is kind of appropriate. Yeah. So it's, the concept of flying the plane is really not that different from flying any aircraft, right? But it's just that everything happens so much faster, and everything is so much more explosive. And I can't imagine what it was like to try to refuel. I mean, to try to refuel any aircraft seems crazy, but this plane especially, because at 27,000 feet, 350 knots, like, it is not a stable platform. It's 5 above. Yeah, it started snowing about this time yesterday, Feedy, and it didn't give us a ton, probably 6 inches or so, but just enough to kind of make it fun, right? All right, there's 320. So we're going to come back off low burner to full military power, and again, I'm going to just nudge. Well, it's coming down kind of on its own. Hey, Ron. I'll give it a little pitch nudge here, down, nudge down. Try to catch it here. Welcome in, Iowa Scotsman. I can live with that. That'll give me 10 or 15 minutes here at Mach 3. It for sure is like, and I don't know, I enjoy this time of year, as long as I'm not having to travel, or someone that I love is not having to travel. Okay, so we are somewhat level. Let me show you where we're at. So we departed St. Louis, just for reference, about a half an hour ago, a little more than a half an hour ago. And this is where we currently are located. So just crossing Colorado Springs. So this is just a little bit over a half an hour. You want me to keep it? Okay. Well, Ron, we'll go ahead. We'll hang on to this round, but you get the next round. Actually, I think you've already got one big storm. So we're doing good. My goal, again, is to try to make it past Vandenberg to do our next refuel, because this leg here is Vandenberg's about the halfway point, not quite. So if I could get a little refuel right about out here, then life would be good, and I would be a happy SR-71 pilot. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, you know, you look at the knots, like it's only 390, right? But we're at 73,000 feet. So how fast is that? I don't know. If I were to log on to BatSim, I think I would probably get banned. So I'm not logged in, and yeah. Oh, you did miss all the bigger stuff? Well, shoot. Now you're due, man. And you guys, when it snows in Iowa, like it's a for real snowstorm. It is for real. Okay, so one thing I got to do on my next burn is I need to get my knots up. I'm getting dangerously close. 350 is, again, where it kind of gets a little wobbly. So on my next one, I'm gonna focus a little bit more on my knots, which means I'm gonna try to keep it level on the climb. So we're Mach 2.9. We still have 11 shots left. Our fuel is good, 55. A little bummed we're not keeping Mach 3 longer than we are, but it's just kind of the way it goes. All right, let's get this guy up. If I can get this thing, I'd love to get this thing up closer to 450-ish. At least 420. Yeah, and so that's so above whatever 18,000 or 20,000 or whatever, like the Mach is, like, it's not a linear progression, right? So somebody could, in fact, you could Google it right now if you wanted, and actually be kind of interesting. So like, let's say 73,000 and 400 knots. What's the speed? Or Mach 3.6 at 73,000. What's the ground speed? And yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, I'm gonna pitch forward, try to keep it level. I don't want to descend, so try to keep it level here. Try to get my EAS up here, just a smidgen, just a titch. So yeah, if the research department of the channel will get on that, I am curious myself. And I don't know, like, we had on the ground we had like a 20 knot headwind, so, but up here in the friggin' stratosphere, who knows, right? Google says 2,200 miles per hour. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. All right, screwed up there getting the Mach numbers. So that's why when you climb, your Mach number will continue to increase while your EAS will decrease. So that's why I'm trying to stay level here, because I'm not interested. I'm at 73,000 feet. I don't need to be any higher. I'm not trying to go to the International Space Station here. I just want speed. Speed, baby, speed. And I've never really taken... Somebody's at the door. I've never really taken it past Mach 3.3, so I don't know that I'll go much past. In fact, I think that'll probably do it for this burn. There we go. Right there, full mill. And we're pretty trimmed out here as well. Yeah. Tell them to come back later. Luckily, I've got my wife is upstairs, so she's handling all that business. But all right, here we go. If we can keep it pretty trimmed, we can hold this speed, and life is good. It's a delicate dance here. If I hit this trim wheel, it'll pitch me up, 500-600, then I'll really bleed off speed. So somewhere in there, that'll be all right. That'll be all right. We're above 400, so that's good. All right, nice. Let's do a quick outside shot. Crazy. We're over the obviously over the mountains, just like that. The ortho's having trouble keeping up. How beautiful is that? Where are we at, you ask? Where are we at? Well, we're just on the western edge of Colorado, just about to head into Utah. And this is a little ortho glitch here. We're not at the Great Salt Lake or anything like that just yet. One more. Boom. No sonic boom effect just yet. I would love that. This has been a much better burn. Holding speed much better here, altitude much better, or much better trim. So that's good. That'll be, we'll be able to get a lot more miles for the last like 12,000 pounds here. So I gotta see who was at my door here. I think everybody took care of it, but you never know. Oh, it was my wife wanting to come in, and we still had the door locked. Oh no, it was my neighbor lady coming over. Sweet, good deal. There's my wife shoveling away. I called her a sturdy woman. I don't know if she quite liked that, but she does like to go out and do this. She kind of got a little tomboy in her, so she kind of doesn't mind going out, shoveling a little bit. All right, hey, there's the reminder. I didn't put what you have to put in there. You need to type, oh no, there it is, ! Sled if you want to be in the running for a $25 giveaway at the end of the stream. All you have to do is be a follower, and if you're a subscriber, you get 2 tickets for the price of 1. There you go, Impreza, you are in, my friend. Best of luck to you as we make our way again, just barely. I'm saying 45 minutes in, and we are already in Utah. She'll be watching for a minute. Well, it's going to be, so Impreza, it's going to be a while yet. So.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, 0.24, what's up, Tim? Good to see you, my friend. So we're holding our Mach much better here. We're descending a little bit, but that's okay. We're still at 70,000. And we're doing good. So Tim, welcome in. We departed St. Louis 45 minutes ago or so, and we're almost. We could land. We could divert. Where's Hanksville? Now there's Johnson Creek. There's Hanksville. We could divert to Hanksville. This is height and all that down here that we've flown into. So Glen Canyon. We've done Bush League Black Memorial. We've done Bush League events down here. So we're making pretty good time. I'm a little off course here, but these things happen. Let's just make a quick adjustment. I'm sure it could too. I mean, if we overshoot it a little bit, it's nothing but desert down there anyway, right? So yeah, there it is. There's Glen Canyon. Be able to see a couple of these spots here. I don't know, 70,000 feet. I think you can see Mexican Mountain, and yeah, height's up there. Cal Black is Cal Black might be the place to go. Cal Black is over here somewhere, where it's either there or there, where it's a little bit flatter. There's Mexican Mountain. You guys have taken a bush plane there, I'm sure. Yeah, we're heading. We won't quite cross over the Grand Canyon, but we're kind of heading in that direction. We'll head over Las Vegas, and I'll try to pop out when it's time to see. Hidden Splendor, I think, is down in here somewhere, or maybe over here. Hidden Splendor is right over the top. Everything looks so weird from 70,000 feet, doesn't it? I made sure to buy the economy grade. I didn't buy the super premium. I bought the economy. So we're doing really good, guys. This last one we trimmed out way better. We've held Mach 3 now for almost 10 minutes. It's been really good. We're still a good 10,000 pounds from having to. We're going to have to descend here in a little bit and refuel. But my goal was to try to make it out past Vandenberg before we did that. And if we don't, we don't. I don't mind refueling again out over the ocean. But as you can see, it'd be great if we could make it out here a bit. When I did yesterday's flight, I was just a little past Vandenberg, and I barely made it in. Like, I don't know that I could have done a go around as I was coming into Honolulu. So anyway, Iowa Scotsman, you are in the drawing, by the way. 0.34 Timmy, you are in as well. If we make it to Honolulu, we'll do the drawing when I'm parked and shut down at the gate. If we don't, then I don't know, we'll figure something else out, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we'll take a 777 from LAX. I don't know. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Gotta stay positive, right? Gotta stay positive. I'm just really happy with where we're trimmed out so well. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you an outside view. I'm gonna take a quick. This is so dangerous. Quick break. I'll be right back. Iowa Scotsman's your aircraft. That was good. Good job, Ron. You kept that. Look at how straight and level you got this thing. And I think like this is what you're looking for, right? Like you want it to be nice and trimmed, steady numbers here, and you can really hold Mach 3 at full military power for quite a while, and that's going to be the most efficient here. But as you can see, we're kind of down to like 5,000 pounds or so of fuel. I'm going to just keep it right here though for as long as I can. And then so we may have to do, we're gonna have to think a little bit here, kind of weigh our options. If we want to do one more low burn just to get speed up again, and then kind of coast our way back over the top, get some more fuel. I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. But I'm happy so far. So far so good. At 299. Oops, sorry guys. Maybe we give it just one more shot. Try to get up to about 3.2. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to ride it out right here because now, yeah, I got 10 shots left. So we're going to have plenty. Oh gosh, you know what I forgot to do, you guys? Holy crap! I don't think that was modeled, but like I think something probably just got ripped off the aircraft about 1,000 miles ago. $30,000 in 45 minutes. Yeah, like yeah. Well, on one of my crashes in Preza, I was flying actually from. It was my first time I tried to fly across the country, so I took off from Edwards Air Force Base in California and was trying to make it to Andrews, and I was trying to do it on just one refuel. Well, I got within like 50 miles of Andrews and I had 10,000 pounds of fuel. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. No, like I ran out of fuel 30 miles outside of Andrews, and so I'm like, yeah, this thing burns fuel quick, and I'm not the most fuel efficient guy. So it goes fast. When it drops down below 40, it goes fast. When it gets down below 30, it feels like, you know how you have those cars where like the gas gauge like seems like it goes faster after it gets past half. Like that's what this plane does, I feel like. But we've covered a lot of ground. Again, if 10:15 my time was the estimate, we've got 7 minutes to go until we've had 1 hour of flight, and we will be approximately over, we'll be over Las Vegas at least. Where are we here? Oh, we're already over Vegas. So we're over Nellis Air Force Base. In 7 minutes, we might be darn near to Vandenberg. That's just insane. This plane. I don't know how they hand flew it though for those 12, 14 hour missions that they had to do. And then to have all those KC-135s lined out ready to refuel, because they had to be up in the air ready to go. It was quite a coordination. So I don't know how long it would take to make a loop around Russia, right? Because that's not a little 3-hour trip. All right, you guys. I think it's going to be probably fine just to keep it right here. This is the plane is very happy, and we're still doing Mach 3, and so you're not going to get much more than that. We're at 72,000 and climbing just a little bit, but I think we're just going to keep this here until we get to 40,000 or so, and then at that point we can pull back a little and head down the hill and refuel. We may not quite be exactly where we want to be, but if we if we need to do 2 refills over the Pacific, we can do that. That's fine. We're just winging this anyway, right? guys I would try to see. I think we're too far. Yeah. We weren't able to. We didn't quite cross over the Grand Canyon anyway, but. Here in a little bit, unless there's cloud cover, you can start to see the Pacific. It's pretty cool. I wish I had a way to overlay the map of where we're going. What the heck? Let's give it one more. We'll give it one more shot. We'll try to hold it steady here. We got the TEB. We might as well use it, right? The guys down on the line went to all the trouble to mix it up, fuel it up. We might as well use it. Means that we're probably gonna run down closer to 30,000 pounds before we head down to refuel, but I think we'll be okay. There it is. That's a good trim right there. Much. All right, there's Mach 3.3. That's probably good. Pitching down slightly, which is probably not the worst thing in the world, because again we're right just north of 40,000 pounds, and I think we're going to just let that be our final burn before we hit the west coast, and wherever we end up is where we're going to just end up, and that's where we'll do our refuel. So the leg from, just in case you're curious, the leg from St. Louis to Vandenberg is, let me put this in here. St. Louis to Vandenberg is roughly 1,470 miles, so 1,500 miles. And then the leg from Vandenberg out to Honolulu is about 2,100. So we've got to, like I say, if we could take it, 300 or so past Vandenberg, that would get us right at that halfway point. And I don't often look down here, but I kind of like a little bit of Here's where it'd be awesome to have just a simple VOR with a DME or a TACAN or whatever. But yeah, we got 2,000. So we need to like if we get this to about 1,800, that's like just about halfway. 36 or 3598 is our total trip. So 36,000. Half of 36 is 18. So we'll look down there. So we need another 300 miles before we do our refuel, and that'll get us where we need to be, I believe. So Tim, I don't know if you were here, but we did a little Google search to figure out how fast, like if we're doing Mach 3 at 72,000 feet, we're doing approximately 2,200 miles an hour across the ground. So yeah, we're doing, yeah, so that's just crazy, isn't it? It's insane, my man. And more physical therapy. See how well I'm holding my water bottle, twisting. Yeah, baby. One thing I'm not doing that I should be doing is I should be icing this thing. It's a little bit swollen. But move it. I'm supposed to be moving it. Feels okay. When I changed the dressing on it this morning, everything looked good. So yeah, I'm happy. Happy to have it done. Yes. Yeah, I'm some kind of a hero or something, right? Yeah. I ran into somebody I used to work with. I'm like, man, the things I'll do to get a day off. I think it'll make, I was counting it up, I think it'll make surgery number 9 that I've had overall. And so I'm hoping the next one will be the 10th, and I'll get it free. Fill my punch card. All right, back outside. Let's see. Are we already out? Oh my goodness! Wait a second. Yes, we are over the ocean, baby. So that snuck up on me a little bit there, you guys. That's cool. Yeah, so Vandenberg is kind of, I don't know if that's Vandenberg or if it's under the clouds, but sweet. Yeah, I'm just doing them for fun. It's an expensive way to get, paid time off and the really good medication. All right, well, we're down below 40,000. And so what I'm going to do is this, you guys. I'm going to pitch down, because it's going to take us a good 10 minutes to get back down to where we want to be. I'm going to pitch us down. I'm going to keep an eye on the speed, and I'd like about 1,500 or so, maybe 2,000. If we get fuel critical, we'll dive if we have to. But I'm going to hit 450, and I'm going to just manually pull the throttles back to try to hold 450 and 2,000 feet on the vertical speed. Okay. Take us down again. We got to go all the way down from 70,000 feet to about 29,000 feet. So we've got a good 40,000 plus feet to lose here. All right, that's not horrible. How's my speed doing? Not bad. Can't go over 470 or it gets mad at me. 500 it breaks apart. But I also can't get slower than about 350 or she also wants to kill me. Okay, that looks good. And our fuel, 37,000. I'm sure there's a conversion chart somewhere, but I'm hoping that's enough. Do a spin. Aaron, or Aeronaut, that may happen just naturally. Yeah, there's a couple spots that says like flat out not approved for acrobatic maneuvers or something like that. She's not going to out corner you. That's not what she's built for. I do have some pretty epic pictures of some of my failures, so let me see if I can find some of them for you guys. I've broken it just about every way you can break it. My favorite way to break it is to blow both engines up. Over-G'ing and losing control that way is not as dramatic as seeing the big. How can I open this up? I'll just have to show you. Here's one. This was my attempt to fly into Andrews, where I ran out of fuel, and so this is the aftermath. I basically just lawn darted it into a field. It looks like I landed there, but I didn't. I know I got at least one of me spiraling out of control. Okay, speed looks good. We're down through 65. Here's a picture of me on my first successful flight. This we had like 6 guys in the chat helping me figure stuff out, and our friend Beaver 524 Echo Alpha was the one that found the final piece. There we go. All right. So here's a couple. I'm gonna give you a couple 3 shots here. Okay. They all like starts out kind of hopeful, and then it gets more realistic as we go. So there's the first shot, me kind of lining up. This is my first attempted flight. Well, I had attempted ones a year or so ago, but this is the first one in the new update. Okay, so everything's looking good, you know, night lighting, all that good stuff. Yeah, whatever. Then here's me lining up, you know, hey, we got nice, nice heat blurs, and look, this is a pretty cool shot, whatever. And then this is what happened. You can see I'm not even like 10,000 feet up, and I've already blown the engines up. So that's kind of how most of my early flights went, if I'm being honest. In fact, I think currently my record is 2 successful flights and 11 unsuccessful flights. So, you know, there you go. But with every one of those, I knew what. I guess the good thing is I knew what was wrong, or I knew what I did wrong, and then I was able to. The next time I flew it, I was able to get past that phase of flight, and then I would break something later on. But anyway, it's a fun aircraft. She is a bit finicky. It's just, I don't know. It's just such a unique flight profile, and so yeah, it just is. I mean, it's the way it goes. About on par with the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. So the Impreza, the choice was like I was basically over Metro Washington, and I'm like, all right, if you had an engine failure, like could you land somewhere? And there was no place to land. All there were these neighborhoods, and I'm like the heroic thing to do would be to try to find a park or something, or a field, and that's kind of what I found. I found like a little field with no houses, and I'm like, all right, I just put it down right there, and I'm not going to try to land it because I don't have 2 miles of park. I'm just going to spike it right on in. Plus, this is not a glider, so in the sim world, there were only 2 casualties, me and the co-pilot. Two souls on board. How we doing? We're back down under 60. We're still at 35,000, so I'm okay with that. I'm gonna nudge a little bit here. You know, we're watching our airspeed, trying to keep it right around 400 if we can. Of course, the lower we get, the lower our Mach gets, but the faster our knots get. So we do have to just be mindful of all that, all the math, right? All the maths. Impreza, it is in the documentation. Yes, there is a descent profile. I have a short version of it, but there is a descent profile. Basically, it's this, and this is what I'm trying to find. Throttles to 6,900 on the RPMs, which is pretty close to where we're at. And then we are looking for, again, 350 minimum airspeed. When we get to Mach 2, we want to be below 60,000, which we are, so that's good. When we get down to below Mach 1.7, then we have to transfer the fuel to forward, and then again, Mach 1, we have to be below Mach 1 at 31,000 feet. So that's all that, that's the short version that I have written down. They all have their own power settings, and it all depends on weight and, you know, outside air temperature and all that stuff. So the little crib notes version that I have is very, very much an estimate. But it worked okay for me on the last attempt, so that's what we're going for here. I'm I think a little high. I'd like to be, you know, well, maybe not too bad. Yeah, I'd like to be more like 30,000 feet at Mach 1.7. But anyway, the crazy thing is the pattern that you have to fly. So you fly your upwind pattern in this plane at anywhere from 275 to 350 indicated airspeed. So you're just cruising 350 KIAS. You turn downwind, you're going 250. When you turn base, you're going 230, and then when you turn final, you're still at 175. So, because remember, you rotate this baby at 210, so you know you're going to be gliding in there about 175-ish, and maybe even more depending on how heavy you are. So, all right, we're 1.7, so I'm going to go ahead and do a fuel transfer, forward transfer. So that, like, apparently from what I understand, the tanks, like, there's a lot of tanks in this plane, right? There's 6 tanks, and this takes all of the fuel, moves it to the forward tanks where it'll draw, like when it gets real low, that's what it draws from. So okay, I'm going to pitch down a little bit more here. We're getting kind of slow, so I'm going to try to see if I can do it with a little pitch. And so we may really be diving here for just a second, but I want to get that speed. It's sort of wanting to come back up here. Yeah, it's just insanity, right? Like the engineering of this, and to do it in a time before really computers were a thing. Yeah, I mean, they were kind of there, but not really. I mean, yeah, computers were people, right? Like that was your job. I'm a computer. I compute data. And yeah, it's a I mean, Those guys were absolute geniuses. And then the pilots that flew it just had big old brass cojones, man. And even the good ones, you know, like they said the plane just, every time they flew it, it just scared the crap out of them. All right, down we go. Down we go. We may have to add a little bit of power here. We're holding pretty steady, honestly. I think we're kind of maybe close enough to where we want to be airspeed wise, but we're also pitching down 6,000 feet a minute. Angle of attack is, it's kind of crazy. It's still semi-powered. That's 6,000 feet a minute. That doesn't seem horrible in terms of your pitch angle. I think we'll stay right there until we get a little mushy, because we're going to be right about where we need to be. Mach 1, just you know, around 31,300 feet is what we're looking for. And then one more time around the dial, and our speed will be pretty good, and our altitude will be pretty good as well. We just take on fuel, and what are we, 1,800 to Honolulu? We're almost exactly where we want to be somehow. I don't know how that happened, but somehow. All right, I'm going to give just a little bit of fuel, or a little bit of throttle here, because I don't want to really descend a lot faster. Okay, there's full mill power. So that's just there. The speed's coming back up now. That's good. All right, perfect. Perfect. Mach 1.1. Oops, we don't want to be going too much faster there. All right, that'll be good. Right there, I think is good. Because we have a lot of fuel here, so we're not in any danger. I don't know what I did yesterday, but oh, I remember yesterday I didn't start this process till I was at 30,000, so I was getting to about 20,000 at this point, and I was kind of having Andrews Air Force Base lawn dart flashbacks. Okay, Mach 1, 31,300. We're going to almost be right there. 350 to 300 is what we need to be airspeed wise for our tanker to hook up with us. So once we get, you know, below probably 29, 28, 29, somewhere in there, we'll try to level off, and we'll get that tanker, and we'll take some more fuel on, and we'll be halfway, baby. We are halfway, and we are about an hour and 14 minutes. So that ain't bad. My goal was to try to break 4 hours. I think we're going to do that. As I level off, I'm going to lose a little airspeed as well, so it's okay that I'm going a little quicker here. That's totally fine. Here's 29,000. Let's start to pitch up here. Pitch wheel is your best friend. Okay, looking good. Getting closer. And you don't have to be perfect here, but I want to slow down a little bit. We'll pull back to about 6,900 RPMs. Just try to level here, let the speed come down. When we get below 350, we'll call that tanker again, and yeah, our fuel looks great. Heck yeah. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I know it's not probably been super entertaining. looking at a bunch of dials with no ATC or anything like that. Listening to me just kind of yammer on, but I appreciate you being here. Exclamation point sled gets you in the drawing. Let's see if our tanker's ready. Yeah, baby. Hello, beautiful. Let's do this.
Howdy, Texas one flyboy.
So good to see you, sir. How are you? We're on our way to Honolulu at Mach 3, although now we're not at Mach 3 because we're getting some more fuel. We burned about 50,000 pounds in just a little over an hour. So TFB type exclamation point sled. Get yourself a ticket for the $25 giveaway at the end today. Here in about another, I don't know, hour and a half maybe we'll be in Honolulu. Okay, it'll be time to hand fly again here as well. How close am I to my track? I think I'm way the heck off my track now, aren't I? Oh, actually, I don't know. I'm going to have to get that fixed once we get going. There you go, my boy. You are in. And we're not too bad. We're not too bad. 80,200 will be what we need. And we'll be off and running. I am going to put an arrival in just to give me some things to aim for, basically. I shot an RNAV arrival kind of sort of last night. It was more of a visual, but the RNAV waypoints were good because they kind of helped me get lined up for the pattern. So I'm going to try to do that. All right, getting close to 80,000, almost topped off. This is us doing our thing. Super cool. 80,100, and right there, that's us. Okay, cool. So we're off, and we are off. All right, here we go. Low burn. Climb to 33,000. We want no more than Mach 0.9, guys. So again, back into the tight screen. Sorry about that, but got to be able to see my gauges here. My old man eyes don't let me see. Up to 33, then we nose over. We go full burn until we get to 450, and then we just let it climb. We'll be back up to Mach 3 and 70,000 feet here before you know it, if everything goes to plan. Hoping you guys can hear the aircraft okay. Can you hear the engine sounds? All right.
Choosing.
Hey, Kevin, you are in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Whoa, I'm getting a little too fast here. Oh, because I'm descending already. What in the world? So yeah, look away even for a minute. And I screwed things up. Dang it. But welcome anyway, Kevin. All right, let's get back on the climb. I'm just a hair fast. I'm not terrible fast. But I want to get up to 33,000, so we have room to do the nose over Mach climb. Yeah, if you're wondering, Kevin, from St. Louis to the West Coast in about an hour in this plane. So, kind of cool. First half of the flight took about an hour and 20 minutes. So I was hoping I could break 4 hours. We may break 3 hours to Honolulu in this bad boy. Absolute insanity. Love it. Love it. All right. We're getting close to 33. That little goof might not seem like much, but that's a lot of fuel that I just burned. And And so when I am coming up on Honolulu and I'm low on fuel, you guys can remind me of that crappy sequence right there. All right, there's 33. Let's nose it over. Full burn. And we're looking for 450 knots. Trying to punch through Mach 1.25. And then we'll climb. We will indeed climb. Okay, I think I'm back on. I might even be more. I might have went too far there, guys. Let me correct that course. I kind of see where my heading bug is. But I don't think that's really exactly where I want to be. Let's try right there. 235. Okay, there's 450. Up we go. Important we don't go more than about 470 as we climb. There we go. That looks okay. Just your standard climb, 6,000 feet a minute. No big deal. No big deal. Okay. There's 450. Let's see if we can hold that. Really hard to trim that. I'm guessing that's why you really need to hand fly this phase, because it's just, I mean, you are using your trim, but you also are, you're punching through all kinds of different wind layers and weird things happen to your plane. So you're just doing a lot of manual adjustment there. Not looking half bad. Shuzi, have you been to Mach 3 yet today? The nose diving on me. That was bad. That was bad. Here comes the warning beeps. Oh no, we salvaged it. See that right there? That was really like, like just out of nowhere. I don't know if there's updrafts, downdrafts. I don't know anything about that, but it's crazy, crazy. Sticky, what's up? It went pretty good, actually. It went well enough that I feel like I can do this today, so thanks for asking, man. Oops, see right there, a little fast, 270. Betty doesn't like that. Come on. Get it back down, 250. We're getting up to where we can almost get it trimmed out. Almost go hands-free. Not quite yet. But above about Mach 2.5, it really is a pretty... like it's a little easier, I think. It's not docile, but like it just like it allows for fine-tuning adjustments. Right now, if I bump my trim wheel, it's like a 2,000 feet per minute adjustment. So I don't know, but Kevin, you have not been in it today, but you did it in X-Plane 11 a while ago. Well, I'm taking you all there right now. In fact, twice the speed of sound coming up, you guys. You can be in the Mach 2 club here. I'll send the t-shirts out. We hit about Mach 3.3, and I want to say probably 74, 75,000 feet on the first run there. So I'm hoping we can get something similar, but we'll see. You know, things can happen. Things happen quickly in this plane in every sense of the word, good, bad, or otherwise. Yeah, that she's just a pitchy little aircraft right now, just super sensitive. I'm trying to turn left a little bit here too. I'm already, like, I've only been doing this for an hour and 50 minutes, and I am already just mentally wiped out. This plane is just such a handful. Love it. We can pull this off, you guys. The round of Diet Dr. Peppers is on me. I'm buying the bar a whole round of Diet Dr. Peppers. There we go. Mach 2.4 coming up again. We're gonna trade some airspeed for Mach at 2.6, and our goal is going to be to try to hold that, or try to be about Mach 3 when we hit 70,000 feet. There's 2.5. Looking good. Temps are good. On course. There's 2.6. All right, here we go. So pitching up. Every 10 knots we lose should be a tenth of a Mach gain in the bottom counter there. So 440 is 270, and roughly pretty good for a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. 430 should be 2.8, I believe, roughly. Just not your typical six-pack scan here, is it? I'm primarily looking at these gauges right here, and then a little bit of a peek over here to temps, and then a little bit of a peek to make sure that I'm still on course. Uh-oh. Yeah, pitched up a little too hard there. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so we're going to get to 3. And we're a little late in actually getting there, and I think that's partly because of that little mess up that I had at the beginning there. We should have been there, right there. Mach 3. Welcome, guys. You're all in the Mach 3 club. About 17 feet too high. So now, here it is. Time to let's trim as best we can here. We're going to come back to full mill power. Okay. And that was not a great climb, so we're going to not probably hold our Mach number very long here. Gosh, I'm having a hard time getting it leveled out here. Alright. That's pretty close. Let's come back down here. Let's turn this on. It'll make a little bit of a turn, and let's trim it. Actually, that didn't settle bad. And let's just see how we do. I'm going to do this also while we're kind of messing with things. I need to know, like, we are going to be going into the RNAV 8 right is what we want. That's the longest runway, and we want Alana. We'll put that in. Yes, we know we're not on the intercept course, but that's okay. We're going to go right here, right now. Boom. And will that put us a little bit of a... Yeah, oh, hey, heck, we're not bad. We were actually tracking pretty well. So there we go. So we're not very trimmed out at all. Pitch it down a bit. And we probably are just going to have to live with it. I don't know if it's because it's so heavy, but it just... I have a hard time getting it trimmed out when I first get it refilled. That's not horrible, but anyway, we'll hold that and be on our way. It's a 60 pack, that's right. Yeah, and thank goodness they've got like the auto spike. I don't even know what these are, but like this was something that, yeah, just affected the powers. I think power settings, and it like there is just literally, does anyone know what all these freaking buttons do? It's just insane. And it, man, if they could just get something that's more old school in here, golly, even an INS or something. I mean, the X-Plane X-INS is, I don't know if that's what they had. I don't know what they had in there, but I know they didn't have a friggin' X, you know, an FMC. But it's one of the little deals you make to fly the plane, I guess. And the V Sky Labs guys, they'll get it figured out. They'll get it figured out. They do great work. They do great work. Okay, well, I like what we have so far, and we are gonna be, let's see, I think I might do this actually. It says we're not on the approach heading, that's okay. Let's put that in, and we are now 800, what's that say, 648. All right, so why is that important? Well, we actually start our descent approximately 500 miles away from where we want to be. That doesn't feel right. That number doesn't seem right. Let's pull this back up here. I think we're farther away from Alana than, oh, we're tracking away from, what's going on here? All right, hang on. Come back in here. Let's go to Honolulu. I'm going to do this. Let's go to Honolulu. Let's do our approach. RNAV, that's all we have, the only approach we have. And we want, yeah, it's Alana. That's where we want to be. So come in here, and again, it kind of gives me a little bit of a pattern that I can fly. I'm not really going to fly the RNAV per se. I'm going to hand fly it, I guess, but let's plug it in. Okay, RNAV, Alana. Let's insert that. Let's go back to the legs page. There we go. So we're 1,400 miles away. When we're 500 miles away from Alana, that's when we're going to initiate our descent. So just kind of keep that in mind. Yeah, we're pretty much on track. Life is good. Time for some outside views. One more time. Love it. what we can do here, guys. Actually, now that we're over the ocean, we're not limited. We can fly as fast as we want. So I'm going to go ahead and connect. Aspen 816. Yes, SR71 is an invalid code, but we're just going to go with it. I don't think there's any ATC, but at least we will be visible on our various VATSIM radars. So let's see, where am I at here? Probably it's not going to show anything just yet, but oh, maybe it will. Maybe it will. It's always fun to try to sequence yourself in with the rest of these dudes. I'm not up yet, but this is kind of what happened last night. Is there was, not very much traffic, probably 4 or 5 aircraft, 2 or 3 coming in, 2 or 3 trying to leave, and I was trying to sequence myself. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're gonna probably mosey past these guys. So why not, right? Why not? What do you say? And I think the comms do work on this 2280, so we'll be 2280 for now, and that's it. Then when we get closer to Honolulu, I think it's 18.1. Yeah, 18.1. So when we get a little closer to Honolulu, we'll be there. But I have no idea. Like, is there a? There's got to be a code for. Let's just say. Oh, there we go. So my transponder will be 2000. I don't have a flight plan filed. Should I file a flight plan? I mean, just in case, right? Just in case somebody comes online, let's file a flight plan. This will be a hoot. Okay, this will be a hoot. Before I do that, let me just make sure I'm semi-stable here. Yeah, Mach 3.8, leveled off. We're doing good. We might need to turn just a little bit here. All right, let's get the flight plan up. This will be fun. One for the books. So Aspen 816, we are an SR71. I don't know if we're heavy, I don't know what we are. We're probably considered Lima. No idea. When did we leave? We left this morning at, what did I say we were going to leave? It was 1500, right? 1500 Zulu. We are 72,000, and our airspeed is about 400 knots is all. It's going to take us about 3 hours, we said, and our fuel endurance is at 10-ish hours, or whatever. And then we have a pretty simple flight plan here. It's this. All right. And hopefully this won't get me banned from VATSIM, because I tried to ask ahead of time, like my controller friends, like, is there anything keeping me from flying this thing online? And they said no, it's just as long as you fly it like you would a regular aircraft. So the supersonic rules apply when you're over land. You can't go over Mach 1, but once you're out over the water, like the Concorde in VATSIM, you can frickin' rocket on up. So there you go. I need to. Yeah, this might be kind of fun. It's been really fun so far, you guys. So I appreciate you hanging out. And again, if you haven't already, !Sled. Today is the January giveaway, so $25 up for grabs at the end of the stream tonight. You do have to be a follower to get a ticket. If you're a subscriber, you get 2 tickets for your entry, so double your chances. And again, when I get down on the ground in Honolulu, we'll do the drawing. We'll do the thing. All right. Pretty happy with what we're doing right now. We're pretty trimmed out. 3.8, 390 knots, 73 and change. Temperatures are all good. My fuel is already 20,000 pounds burned off, but you know, it's just a little fossil fuel. I think it's good. It's good. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brant. Welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. We do not typically fly the SR-71. In fact, I think this is the first time I put the SR-71 on stream. I've done a few practice flights in it to try to get ready. Most of them have been unsuccessful. So this is by far and away the farthest I've gone in this plane without doing something catastrophically bad. So fingers crossed, be able to finish it out. But it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's give you some more outside views. Not a lot to see right now, just clouds. And again, I don't know what's going on. I got this weird artifacting going on with the clouds. But focus on the plane, I guess. What a profile. Quite an angle of attack too, even though we're doing Mach 3. Amazing piece of engineering. And if you are just joining, again, guys and gals, we took off. Let me show you. Oh, goodness. I just accidentally closed that instead of maximizing that. Hold on. We departed out of St. Louis. We're doing something called the Bravo Tour. And so we departed out of St. Louis. Coming up in about 10 minutes, it'll be 2 hours ago. So this is how far we've made it in 2 hours. This, for reference, this trip in a 747, which is my next fastest aircraft, is 8.5 hours. So yeah, we're cooking. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Let me show you what we've got. What is this? What is this Bravo Tour? I haven't talked a whole lot about it because most of the people that are here that are regulars, they know by now. They're tired of me talking about the Bravo Tour. No, it's an idea. It's not my own idea, but it's an idea that I stole from Downwind Sim. And we've essentially one day he said, wouldn't it be fun to try to travel and visit all the Class Bravo airspaces in the U.S. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. Sounds like a great idea for a little series. And so we started back all the way back in December of 2021, if you can believe it. Our first flight was Denver to Nellis Air Force Base in the Innie Builds A310 in X-Plane 11. So yeah, that's like, that takes you back a little bit, right? Then we went to Minneapolis, then Houston, then Orlando. We went to Andrews Air Force Base. We went to Las Vegas, Seattle, Newark, Miami, San Francisco, New Orleans, Atlanta, San Diego. We went into Washington, Reagan. We went to Philly. We went to Kansas City. Then we went to Miramar Air Force Base. And by the way, we did include the Air Force bases as separate Class Bravos just to give us some extra places to fly that we don't normally fly. We went to Los Angeles, Cleveland, Detroit, LaGuardia, Houston, Memphis, No, no, no. Oh, man. Ah, I'm going to need a moment. I'm almost refusing to click OK. Hmm. Hmm. We were right here. We were more than 3/4 of the way there. I'm just checking to see if there's any kind of auto save with this. I don't think there is. Impreza, that's an understatement. Yeah, just give me a sec while I'm loading back in, guys. I haven't gone anywhere. We will do the drawing. We just may not be able to finish the flight. Sim crash, Mike. Trying to see if there's any. I don't believe this plane has a save, progress, resume. Unfortunately, I'm checking to see. It was going too well. Yeah, shoot. We were just checking off all the places we've gone on the Bravo tour, and we got a loss of Vulcan device error and crashy. So I'm trying one thing here to see if it'll load in, and if not, then I think what I'm going to do is probably just spawn in somewhere. We'll do the drawing. We'll just call it good. There, I've kind of has taken all the all the mojo out of the stream. So I'm not gonna definitely not gonna redo it. And yeah, darn it. You were almost on the beach. We're gonna buy a round with your winnings. Well, we were close. We were within. I want to say we were probably within about, I don't know, gosh, 1,000 miles maybe. Golly, we were like 3/4 of the way there probably. And yeah, it would have just been fun to bring it in. You know how it is, right, Mike? It's like fun to fly the flight, but if you can't get that landing, you just miss like a little closure. So, but that's flight simulation, and so I don't know. I didn't look at the log. I didn't do any of that crap because I didn't want to be mad. And it wouldn't even let me quit out of the game. So it was it was really crashed. And now it's not wanting to load back in, so I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. I don't think this is going to work. There was nothing I could load as a like an auto save deal, and I'm just doing resumed last flight, and I think it's gonna, yeah, it's just gonna put me on the ground here back at St. Louis. So crap. Well, we gave it a good try. We were so close. We were so close, but it's just not meant to be, I guess. So all right, well, let's do this. Give me, I tell you what, if you haven't already, exclamation point sled, get you in the drawing, and I will draw for the $25 here in, I'll give you 60 seconds to get in. You do need to be here to win, so if you're here, you got a good chance. You have to go face reality. I'm sorry about that, Preza. I'm really sorry about that. Shoot. So many things I'm thinking about, like, should I have not connected to VATSIM? Did I, should have just left it alone? It was going so good. I don't know. All right, last call for the giveaway. All right, it's closed, and here we go. Good luck, everybody. The winner is Texas One Flyboy. All right, TFB, are you here, sir? Yep. TFB, Texas One Flyboy, are you here, my friend? All right, buddy, I will coordinate with you and get that get that $25 headed your way. And man, oh man, there you, yeah, that'll buy the first round at Flight Sim Expo, TFB. All right, well, doggone it, you guys. That's how she goes, right? Let's do the thing here. I do really appreciate you guys tuning in. I mean, it's 2.5 hours of your life that you can't get back, but it was fun. Fun way to spend. Whoop, my wife is calling me. Hang on for a second. Hello. You know what, Impreza? That's a very good point there. At least it wasn't something like I didn't blow something up. So that was the longest I've flown this plane too, and to have it on stream like that feels pretty good. So a lot more positives. You know how it is. A lot more positives to take away than that one little negative at the end. And you know, maybe we'll try it again later on. Maybe we'll try to fly it the other way. We got to go back to the mainland for our next leg. It's the second to last leg is the next one. And we'll be going from Honolulu back to Salt Lake, actually. So anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you. Thanks for coming in. Congratulations, Texas One Flyboy, and appreciate all you guys hanging out. And it was 2 hours spent with friends. You can't beat that, no doubt about that. We are going to raid out. We are 14 strong here, so we're going to raid out to our friend Allison Johnson. She is doing some helicopter work, or as she calls it, Hell in Copters, and I love that title. It's worth a raid. I am back. Let's see, you guys. I'm back on Tuesday, and we're going to be doing some more of that. Oh no, it's we've got a Virtual USA Flying Club event on Tuesday down around New Orleans, and I'm going to be flying a new airplane. A plane that's not new, it's an oldie, but I haven't flown it for a while. I'm going to be in the Avia 71 Aerostar, so we'll be doing some work down there, and should be a lot of fun. That's Tuesday. It's my normal start time, 6 o'clock in the evening, which is 1 a.m. Zulu. So if you're new, if you haven't been here before, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, my normal streaming days. And the times are usually 1 o'clock Zulu and 8 o'clock on the east coast of the U.S., if that helps you. And then Saturday is kind of a wild card. Like, I'll do early stuff, I'll do late stuff. It just all depends on what I'm doing and if there's ATC or an event or something. So anyway, you can hear all the updates over on my Discord channel. Can I land it? Yeah, in 3,000 feet? No. Well, define land. So anyway, that's when I'm back next. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, thank you so much, and we will see you over at Alley's stream. Take care, everyone. God bless.